Hello, just wanted to make a discussion video this time around just to bring something new to my channel. Alright, what is going on, guys? This is your boy the Deathsmasher, and welcome back to another video. And this time around I decided to do a discussion video, which I don't think many people have actually talked about this before on YouTube, so I figure may as well. The topic of this video is the killers in the game. Now, before we dive into the topic about killers, first things first, what are killers? Killers allow us to do 20% more damage to enemy mobs, and each 6-star character has their own killer. We have Soul Reaper Killer, Rudack Killer, Holo Killer, which are considered to be the best ones for PvE content. Then we have Captain, Espada, and Squad Zero Killer, which for PvE content is considered bad, but is useful for PvP, meaning that a character is built up for PvP. What's different about them is that you do 40% more damage to the boss instead of the usual 20%, but it's only up against bosses, so you will not be able to do more damage against Soul Reapers or Rudackers, as it's only towards Captains and Espadas. Then we have No Affiliation Killer and Human Killer, which are basically the worst ones, as for the most part are only useful in sync common quests. Inheritance Zone and Droplet Zone barely have any content where it uses No Affiliation and Human Killers, which by far are considered the worst killers in the game. Now, with the recent announcement of the No Affiliation Killer Week coming to guild quests, obviously in that mode, killers are more mandatory as they get boosted and can help clear faster, but let's talk about PvE content. Specifically PvE, because most of the content you do in Bleach Brave Souls is PvE. Do killers still matter? And this is my conclusion to the matter, as I used to be a man that hated bad killers, as I thought they would hinder the character. No, they don't matter anymore. Now, if this were a topic before Transcendence and before characters started getting frenzy with a high berserker and flurry with a high bruiser, then yes, killers would have mattered a lot more back then, as it eased the hard content to do. But now, they don't matter anymore because of two fundamental things in the game: Transcendence and high skills. Transcendence has helped change the game a lot, that the already existing powerful characters can become broken, but can also bring about a balance to older characters and make them amazing again. The biggest example would have to be Flyzen. You thought he was just good? Now look at how broken he is. Need I say more? And with Transcendence, you can basically negate the use of the killer by just getting the unit's SP and focus to level 5 alone. Want to make the character with the bad killer even greater? Then boom, get the unit up to level 10 and he or she will do mad damage. More importantly, you guys are wondering, why do you like No Affiliation and Human Killer so badly now? Besides 3rd Anniversary Ulquiorra, which, let's be real here, I'm a fanboy of him and will even admit it on video. I've got nothing to be shy about because that's just how I am. I like my favorite character, I play as my favorite character. But the unit that has helped change my view of characters with a bad killer is the new 13 Court Guard Squad's Heart Retsu. She has 14% recharge, so for the most part she is considered a Link. She has Human Killer, as you guys can see. And most people will think, oh, she's got a crap killer, she's just a Link. But here's the big catch. She has Frenzy with a 40% Berserker, as well as a 60% Devastation. But most notably, in the gameplay, she has the best kit that a unit without Havoc could possibly get. 2500 length beam on first, AoE distant 800 radius on second, and 1000 radius full screen on third. This unit that has a bad killer has a better kit than the likes of Mugetsu, Fierce Battle Kenpachi, Senju Maru, Bankai Shuhei, Desert Rukia, Thousand Year Blower Mayuri, and True Bankai Ichigo combined all together, which just says a lot about this character. She isn't classified as S- on Reddit without a good reason, as this unit just proves that even given a bad killer, she can still be broken. It isn't the killer that matters anymore, it's the kit! If a unit is given a good kit, that unit can still perform very damn well. What other good examples do we have besides Retsu that has human killer? Swimsuit Orihime is a good one. Good lunge on her first strong attack, 575 radius around her, and a full screen third strong attack. Get her SP and focus to level 10 and she'll kill just fine. What about no affiliation killers? Surely they have good units too, right? Well, matter of fact, yes they do. Best one being Can't Fare Your Own World Kisuke, who has the same kit and skills as Retsu. The only difference is that he has a charged third strong attack. So, once fully charged, it's 900 radius. That is the only thing that hurts Kisuke, as he lacks range on his third strong attack, but the skills make up for it. Frenzy with 40% Berserker and a 60% Devastation. That is good enough for me. What other no affiliation killers are good? I'ma highlight them right now. That being said, what if the unit is given a bad kit? Well, unfortunately, bad killer plus bad kit equals bad. If a unit gets both a bad killer and a bad kit altogether, like, it doesn't even matter if the unit has Frenzy. They will actually perform a lot worse than you can possibly imagine. The worst no affiliation killers that we have in the game right now are Quincy Ichigo, Can't Fare Your Own World Somari, Swimsuit Yoruichi, and Aura. Why are these characters bad? Let's dive on in then. Starting off with the least worst of the no affiliation killers, and by far the worst unit of the year, being Aura. Why is she bad? She's got a good set of skills, Frenzy with a 20% Berserker as well as weakening on everything, and I'm gonna give you the answer right now. She's got one hell of a bad kit. Range collision first strong attack that pushes back mobs, 18% mag. It's literally the same strong attack as Power Kaien's, but with Havoc. Crawling Vortex on her second. And her third strong attack is full screen. This girl is basically Power Kaien with weakening and Havoc and with a bad killer. That's how bad she is. Not to mention, if a unit has a bad kit, the no affiliation killer will also hinder the unit by a lot, which is not even funny. If that tells you something, I attempted a solo co-op run in Droplet Zone, one of the easier hard content in the game in co-op with 10-10-10 link slots and level 5 SP, and she performed so badly that a unit with a spotter killer like Apache with just level 5 SP can get the job done better than Aura. We are actually having a way tougher time at trying to kill the harder mobs, which is something I do not like. Like, look at that. This is just unacceptable. Like, honestly, I don't even enjoy her in co-op. Like, in single player content, alright, I enjoy her. She's fun to mess around and play with, but here it's like, Jesus. Okay, so what about Quincy Ichigo? How is he bad? He's the main character, right? Well, he still does have Frenzy with weakening, no guard break or 40% Berserker, but okay, what of the kit? It's bad. Pushback first strong attack similar to Makoto, Seinosuke, and Thousand Year Blower Uryu, without the Havoc. And a second strong attack that is the same as Thousand Year Blower Orihime and Thousand Year Blower Kisuke's first strong attack. Good for when lining up and killing off a boss, but terrible when taking out multiple mobs. So in a way, Quincy Ichigo is slightly worse than Aura. What about Swimsuit Yoruichi? Well, she's basically Makoto with weakening. Nothing more needs to be said, she's bad. What about Zamari? Well, he's the worst no affiliation killer. Same second strong attack as Makoto, but his first strong attack is abysmal. One of the worst strong attacks in the game. 18% mag, and you need to get yourself up close in order to kill. Bond Uryu had a better strong attack than him, and his third is 900 radius, not even full screen. K-Lab, are you on crack? So yeah, unfortunately, when a unit is given no affiliation killer with a bad kit overall, the unit just is not fun to play with in harder content in the game. You can make use of them in single player content and still clear just fine, but just know that you will have a harder time clearing Inheritance Zone or Droplet Zone in co-op with these said characters unless they are 5 out of 5, which to that point makes them usable, but it doesn't make them worthy to waste special move sources or remotely wail for a 5 out of 5 unit that just happens to be one of the worst characters in the game. That being said, if a unit has a bad kit, really, that's where the actual killer saves them. Take a look at Seinosuke. He's pretty much got the same kit as Makoto, but with Havoc. The thing that actually saves him is a Ronker killer. And keep in mind that Soul Reaper, Hollow, and Ronker killers are pretty much the 3 most known relevant killers that are being used in co-op content. So yeah, while he may be slower at clearing, he can put out some good damage and be able to clear hard content well when being used. Obviously, you're going to be better off at using Bazby as he's the better character, but honestly speaking, he's just not as bad as most characters, even though he got a bad kit. To conclude the discussion, killers don't matter anymore if a unit is given a good kit that can help clear content fast. Now, unfortunately, if a unit is given a bad killer with human or no affiliation killer, and that unit happens to get a bad kit, well, it's GG's, because you will literally need more dupes to make a character good, which isn't even worth it when you can just summon for dupes for a better character. Thank you guys for watching this video. I wanted to pretty much talk about this on YouTube, seeing as how nobody in the YouTube community even highlighted this factor, and how people make a big deal that even when a character gets a bad killer, it's like the end of the world for them. I used to be one of those guys that would hate on those bad killers, but my opinion on these characters with bad killers have changed a lot since then. I'm human too, I make mistakes too. The most essential part is realizing what you're doing that is wrong and pretty much improve upon your mistakes. That's all. Now, if you guys like this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, and hit the bell notification so that way you guys are up to date with my most recent videos. This has been your boy the Death Smasher, and I am signing out. Have a good one, guys. Peace out.